In Boomtown, a Fairfield County solar farm project was recently approved by a state board, but it is facing quite a bit of disapproval from some folks who live nearby. And they tell 10 Investigates they're gearing up to fight the farm's construction. Rochelle Aline talks to everyone involved and shows us the complex state law at the center of this fight.
It's no secret Melissa Connor loves living in Pleasantville.
I first moved to this property in '83.
I haven't seen a check come my way.
And her neighbor, Frank Martin, feels the same way.
My wife and I sat out the first night and watched a meteor shower. She had never seen.
But they tell 10 TV they worry that the character of their community may change after a solar panel project got the green light to be built across from their homes.
What is your reaction to that?
It's extremely disappointing.
According to developers, the Eastern Cottontail Solar Project would sit on about 1,500 acres of land. Plans show that it would allow for sheep grazing, generate hundreds of temporary and permanent jobs, and create enough power to run about 42,000 homes. Neighbors say while they understand the benefits, they worry that the panels could become dangerous during severe weather and impact their property values. We took those concerns to the company via email. In a statement, they said the panels should be able to withstand certain strong storms. And as far as home values, they pointed to several studies which claim these projects have no bearing on that.
Where does this leave you?
Our group called Citizens for Fairfields, we will file to intervene by asking for a rehearing. And we will hope for a different outcome. We will hope that when we present them additional information, that they can see it differently. If that doesn't work out, then we will go to the next step.
What's the next step?
The Ohio Supreme Court.
As Central Ohio grows, people are going to say it's a consequence of progress, right? We need power, right?
Absolutely.
More people are moving here, and it has to go somewhere.
Right.
What is your response to that?
That's great, because we've been called NIMBYs over and over again. And I'll say, yeah, we are NIMBYs. We absolutely are. But I don't know whose backyard this belongs in, because it doesn't belong in anybody's backyard.
Now, Rochelle is joining us live in studio tonight. And Rochelle, at the center of this debate is a state law that really could technically allow leaders to push back on solar farm projects in that community. Was that law used in this case?
Yes and no. It gets tricky, right? So Senate Bill 52, it went into effect back in 2021, and it essentially allows county commissioners to do two major things. They can designate restricted areas for solar and wind farms, or they can limit the scope of construction for these projects. However, according to the Ohio Power Siting Board, paperwork had already been filed for this project and many others around the same time this law went into effect. And that allowed them to be partially grandfathered into the law. And that means that some things that county commissioners could technically do under this law were limited.
Wow. Okay, We'll see how this turns out, but they're fighting for it.